Hi, peace, everybody. Welcome. This is Joanna. Yay! We're gonna get a 5D Earth on. 5D Earth. D. D. It's supposed to be a D. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. How are we gonna get our 5D Earth on? We wanted to talk about, again, always inspiring 5D Earth and what that is to you, because you are unique and benevolent and gifted in your own unique way. Your unique piece of the puzzle for creation, the beautiful experience that Source Creator, the Divine Mother, and the holy energies that hold within you are waiting to be activated by you, waiting to be commanded by you, waiting to be driven and steered by you. So how may you steer your 5D ship? And really releasing yourself from the patterns of the old world, if you will, the many mansions of the heavens that we all exist within at all moments, at all experiences, because we are vast souls of creatorhood. And as you releasing the density of limiting beliefs, fear beliefs, lacking beliefs of who you thought you were, what you were told, and what you exist within are now all changing. We can all feel these subtle changes that have occurred since about a month ago. My teams have been preparing me that this summer is going to be really, really pivotal in releasing and letting go of the baggage, letting go of all of the things that we carry around vibrationally that we don't really need, and why daily self-care is so important. Just to sit and be still with yourself, with your journal. So we're going to talk about, again, healing tips today, and just how to present yourself with any type of energy or problem that's been kind of stifling you, and how to let it go and release it. It often, made me so frustrated, for so many years, and why I chose to create my own healing systems, because I can feel everything at such a deep level. And sometimes the new age cliches don't understand, just in saying something, understand the alchemy that is required to transmute dense energies and patterns, and because we're vibrating fields of light. Everything is a vibrational epicenter. And that epicenter, if you have a density within the mental body, that mental body is threaded and connects with all of the other bodies and the cells in and of itself. So just saying I release something, there's an alchemic experience that must occur, and what Jesus showed me a while back. And thank you, Jesus. Constantly showing me reverence and gratitude, and how that reverence and gratitude is that portal of the heart that is that alchemic experience, and living within the space of the center of who you are, to know that all things are transmuted within this center and then radiate from without. So how do you take those moment for moment experiences, whether they're through your dreams, what are your dreams showing you, and journal it out and suss it out? What vibrational experience is it showing you, and how can you expand within it? How can you take the mastery within whatever is occurring and allow that to become a new version of you? I learned this about myself emotionally. I knew that I could express myself in a new way. I challenged myself to say this, which was my truth, and it was my honesty. I allowed myself to express myself in this way. When you're getting in touch with the genuine experience of who you are, and you're getting truthful with yourself, and that takes some doing, because we're all used to wearing all of these masks that we wear in the social world, dogmatic world, that carry pretenses of expectations and roles and frequencies, and we're actually releasing all of it, because none of that matters. The joy and the adventure of self-illumination, self-actualization is becoming true within who you are, and releasing all stories, all roles, all definitions, all dogma, all subjugation, everything that you had, all of these tanglements, and threaded yourself within these webs of density, and they truly don't exist. You can choose to pick and pull what they taught you, and the depths of the psyche that are in all of it, and take that as your mastery. And so let's talk about healing. First of all, I wanted to introduce in our self-healing, clearing, and wellness part of our session and our segment today. I found this lovely turmeric and ginger droplet, and you put it in your water. Put it in your water. It's a beautiful, lovely little tonic, and they have them condensed of different types of herbs and tonics. And turmeric and ginger, if you use them together, it works as an autoimmune system booster, immune system booster. It also works with allergies, for kids that have allergies, a natural also a natural inflammatory for any chronic illnesses of the inflammation systems. And so it's a beautiful little tonic that you can get, and I found it. I'm so happy I found it. And so it just comes in a little droplet. And it's kind of a little, it's like little honey. It's a beautiful little tonic. It looks like, it's so beautiful, isn't it? I have ginger powder, and I put ginger powder in my water sometimes, but it's very, very strong. This is not strong at all. This is just a beautiful little lemonade. It tastes like lemonade, not so lemony, but it's beautiful. And you can put it in your soups, your little droplets, specifically for water and tonics. It's really lovely. And it's an immune booster, and it helps with allergies and for any inflammation that you might have. And so, and then of course the oil infusions. And the oil infusions come in different types and different ones that you like. And they're usually in the organic health food section at the grocery stores. They carry these. These ones are Calgary made. So they come right from my hometown. I'm so happy about that. And you can get also some of these. This is the Ancient Herb brand. And you can get this online as well. And they're just beautiful little droplets. And you can carry them with you. I've taken them on my sacred trips when I used to use other types of tonics of frankincense and myrrh. I had droplets of frankincense and myrrh. And I used them in my water when I would go on sacred land travels and connecting with beautiful energies, bathing and cleansing the field and connecting with the ancient energies through herbs and through tonics. So I've used those as well. So we just want to bring that forward because it was a new find. I always love to bring forward my new finds. I love the little mists and little waves. And this is also one that I got because I do love hair mists. And so for anybody that would love to get in touch with me, I would love to create a natural tonic hair mist. Hint, hint, connect with me. And so this hair mist is a beautiful, it's got rose water. I think it's got, yeah, with rose water. And I also have a rose water spray, a rose flower spray. And it's really beautiful when you're doing meditations and just to lighten up your room and lighten up your space after meditation. Or if you're having a really big release, spray it before and after so that the energies are moving and being fluidic, and then have your windows and your doors open to release all energies and stagnant energies. And so there's beautiful little sprays that are, easy to travel with, and you just pack them with you. You can take them to the beach. If you're sitting at a tree and just spraying the space and just calling in the natural elements and the essence and the, the fairies and the nature beings to be with you and helping you align, because we are multidimensional beings of light, and all of our systems and all of our bodies are harmonizing to a higher frequency to incorporate, to understand, to communicate at higher vibrational levels. And so those of us that have the access of the Christ consciousness, which we all do, and carrying greater light, there's obviously the preparations and the clearing and the cleansings of your fields to be able to do so that you have higher reaching and far reaching expansiveness in how you communicate, how you receive information, send information, and just saying that I'm clearing, thank you, Spirit. And just doing that daily clearing. So you're keeping your vessel and you're keeping your bodies and you're keeping all that you are as a being of light nice and clear. You're clearing out and calling in the light codes for your multidimensional spirit system, because you are a spiritual being creating matter. And so to create matter, to do so from a balanced and sacred space, and choose with intention. I choose to open up my spiritual systems of light, to harmonize my spiritual systems of light, male and female energies and wisdoms and intelligences. I choose to call forward my higher self and harmonize with all that I am. I choose to call forward my soul and harmonize all that I am. So that in my day, I am the being of walking light. I'm choosing from this higher space. I'm experiencing from this higher space. And I'm open to receive from this higher space. Because we're all entering into energies this summer where we're all feeling the subtle differences, which means that we're feeling lighter. And what we had, kind of collapsing our world with all these dense energies and this enmeshment of density is no longer valid for us to keep carrying around. And so really allow yourself in that daily self-care to open yourself up with breath and ground with Gaia. Open up with breath. And ground with Gaia. Open up with breath. My intention is to live in the fluidity of who I am as light. I am light and I am love. And I clear any and all energies and densities from my systems and from my bodies that no longer serve this new space of love that I intend to be. I intend to be a higher version of me. I intend to seek love and joy in all things and all beings. I intend to be present and still, because life is always an adventure, even in your stillness. I intend to take greater time of self-care and self-love and self-soothing. That if I can't find or am not offered love outside of me, then I know within myself I am the embodiment and the illumination of love, for love is always available. Every emotion that you ever want to experience is within you. And it's calling it forward. There is the infinite, eternal exploration of vibration and soul energies. Because remember, you are a soul of vast galaxies and universes, and your soul is always at your beck and call. The threads of light that your soul is, that asks and seeks and desires the adventure with you and the enchantment with you. Thank you, Spirit. Our hearts are being activated now as the one human heart. Thank you, Spirit, and all of the heavenly councils and all of the celestial beings that are with us when you choose to come and connect and entangle with us in the sacred intention to be your highest and your best, to remind yourself of daily self-care, to remind yourself of your sacred communion with who you are as Spirit. How you commune with yourself. How do you call forward those energies that have been niggling you, and what that means for you, and how to just simply release them and choose the vibration of acceptance and love and allowance. That all have their own unique path and all have their right to express and explore and experience themselves. And you can detach the experience and the notion, especially if you're a light worker and an old soul, you feel the responsibility of just helping so many people, and it really truly leaves you exhausted. And you can release all of those attachments. And ground with Gaia. And just feel your body just be really loose. And through breath, I intend to release any and all attachments that I'm just not willing to carry with me anymore. I understand that everyone has a beautiful soul teams and celestial healing teams, and they have their own unique ways of being guided. And I know that I will always be offering help and assistance and empowerment or inspiration if I am asked. But I also too have to allow myself to stay within the presence of who I am as unconditional love and maintain my energy frequencies, and my vibrations are so important. And to do that, I must suss out, where am I imbalanced? Where am I giving too much? Where am I not receiving? And so in your daily self-care, just intend with breath. I intend to come into a wholeness and a oneness and a state of peace and balance in my day. And I know that my teams will collect me in those moments and circumstances and situations through which I see what I need to see and I know what I need to know, or I purchase the herbs that I need to purchase when I need to purchase it that will serve my bodies. And if I open up to the infinite flow that is Source Creator, Spirit just seems to speak through me and live through me and choose through me, so that I'm always choosing from the highest and the best from my heart space for the greater good of all. There's no need to be frustrated about outcome or expect or control outcome. And I know that through breath, I intend to harmonize myself with a new version of me that is more light than it was a moment ago or yesterday or the day before, because now is all a now moment. And all timelines, for we're so excited to create new timelines. The timelines of who we choose to experience ourselves as is as easy as releasing what you no longer need from your old timeline, the routines and the obligations. And I had to pause there because I'm such in a moment of presence right now that I don't even know what those other timelines look like, and I didn't even have the words for them because right now is so important. Right now feels so good. Right now feels so light. Right now feels so aligned. And that's how you're meant to experience the new timeline. The new timeline is within what they were showing me yesterday. Thank you, Spirit. I've had a beautiful week of gatherings with my clients and my workshop groups, that so many grand experiences came out about the subtle shiftings that we're all doing on realities, and seeing our higher versions of ourselves, different versions of ourselves as a conduit and as a channel. When people are before me, I see the portals open up of whatever information comes through based on who is in the gathering and collective for the information to come through me. And oftentimes as people are sitting before me, I'm now seeing them as their celestial versions. So we're crisscrossing, if you will, dimensional experiences through which our vibrations of collective heightenedness, how we collect together through sacred intention, through loving intention, through exploration and adventure of being the sacred child, all of those vibrations, when we meet and gather like this, and those of you that come to our regular classes and clients, you know this, that it amplifies our vibration as the collective, and we end up creating a greater collective cohesion of quantum allness, of the omnipresent. Thank you, Spirit. They're showing me. And so these portals of quantum experience, and why we gather in the way that we do, and why you feel the excitement to gather in the way you do, because you know that at the subtle energy adornment of who you are, you know that when you gather with like beings, you know that when you gather with your soul tribe, there's that excitement because you amplify each other's experiences, and you support and you honor one another's gifts, and you allow those offerings of unconditional love just to flow. And you often give and take in this way. And that's when you find your most creative gifts come forward. And then when you're heightened to those experiences, things just unfold, and everything that is in the omnipresent that Spirit wants to provide to you, because you're in that open flow of appreciation, because you're in that open flow of being that expressive being and that sacred child that you are, just to simply play and be the adventure of you, the joy of you, all of those things find that place, because there's no restrainment or resistance to having to watch and deflect things. You're just being in that open experience of just wanting to play. You're not doubting what is coming to you. You're open and honoring it, because you absolutely know that when you're in the vibration of sacred play, sacred joy, sacred adventure, that you know everything that is meant to come to you will come to you. That's the vibration you're holding, of the sacredness of who you are, the joy of who you are. And in that vibration, so much energy has just been released from your chakras and from your bodies and from your fields, that you don't have to carry what you don't want to carry. You're not responsible for anyone's karma lessons. You're not responsible for anyone's experiences on their path. You're not responsible to guide and direct anyone anywhere. You are here to be the standard of light that you choose to be the expression and experience of light that you choose to be. Spirit, source, the angels, the angelics, the celestial beings, and healing teams and medical teams. There are so many consciousness and beings available to each and every one. And it is of the path of the free will that only each individual has their own inner taking and seeking of it, and the navigation of it, and the healing of it. Doesn't mean that you can't reach out. It doesn't mean that you can't offer assistance, but do so when asked. You don't have to offer your services 24/7, you know, like many of us do. And it's just so easy to be open all the time, because you just have so much passion for helping and serving. You have so much passion for being of assistance. Now that people are awake, you want to be a part of that party. But then it leaves you exhausted, and because nobody's giving back to you, because there's just more people that are needing light than there are those that are giving light. And so it seems to always be that imbalance. So this is why light workers are really encouraged just to go within and just keep shining their light from within, and allowing, there's so much information, there's so much help for everybody to seek their own vibrational help and assistance, because not everyone will be guided to the same videos. Not everyone will be guided to the same spiritual teacher or guide. And it's up to each person to suss that out for themselves. That's their inner pathwork with Spirit. That's why when I wrote my 3 books, it was such, you know, I'm looking back on it now, and it was such a beautiful experience, because all of those books were taken from my inner navigation with Spirit. And that's, not anyone can do that for you. It's your navigation with Source. It's your unique individual story. And that's why when you go through those experiences, you get to then put forward your unique expression. It becomes a part of you. That's your journey. That's your story with Source. And nobody can get you there but you. I remember when I was my first book, I don't know how many edits I did. And every time I would rewrite certain chapters, and anytime I would rewrite it. And I look back at it now, and I have never read the book fully through. Because I know that for me, as a perfectionist, I would always find things on how I would have rewritten it, but a lot of it was done in channel, and then I had an editor redo it a few times. Because when I speak in big chunks, and they're not just short sentences. There are big chunks of information that I can process and download and integrate into the human language. And again, there's many experiences in between that, and you all know that. And so, but those were experiences that I just put it out there, and I don't go back to it because I know that there would be many additional changes and shifts that I want to do, and I want to appreciate where it is right now, and then I want to get onto something new and be in this now vibration of me, and not going back to redo anything from the past. Is just create now, create now, create now, and just honor everything for its experience and what it taught me. But those were the expressions and the navigational journeys of who I was and who I have become. And through that inner path and that inner seeking that was so very special and sacred to me. And what was so challenging the past 5 years is because of, the great challenges that I'd been through. There were so many disruptions in that experience with spirit because of the great densities that I was assisting to clear for the lineage and for many of the collective experiences. And it was just a daily, just trying to get through the densities. It was just like an everyday in the trenches, working through so much density and so much darkness. And the first 3 books were like so easy to navigate whatever frequency I wanted to. But the past 5-6 years, it was just like so much navigation and density to see everything that could possibly be seen and experienced through the psyche that I'm not sure I could do that again. That's I was so grateful for all of the experience and the lessons. But that's where we're coming into our daily reflection and your summation. We talk about summations that are so important in the healing process, in the journaling process, to really look back and see, wow, that was a great book and it was a great story. And I'm absolutely grateful for that experience. I want to leave it just as the precious little gift that it is of me out to creation, because that's a timeline. That book is a timeline of me. And the other books were other timelines of me. And now I get to culminate everything. And this next book that I'm going to write will be this new culmination of me. It will include the summation of all of those books and all experiences in between. And so more crown activations. Thank you, Spirit. See, Spirit always activates me and provides extra juice, if you will. Thank you, Spirit. And so let's talk about healing. I'm really in a reality shift right now, because I'm letting go of everything that I've been carrying for so long, the worries and the concerns of others, and I'm really letting everything go because I don't need to. Spirit's been telling me for so long I can't carry around everything that's not mine, and I don't need to. Trust that Spirit has everyone's back, and trust that you are here to walk your path, to clear your path, and to allow yourself to walk step by step in your path and just let everything else go. All is taken care of, all is looked after, and just continue that alignment with your presence. Presence is so important. And presence, the vibration of presence, which will allow you your journaling. You take out your journal. We're going to give you some helpful tips on journaling and summation. When we talk about your daily clearing and your healing, anything that's coming to you in your all now moment, this is a spiral of now, spiral of now, spiral of now. And you'll be processing and letting go of anything within the 4 lower bodies. Plus, as you do so, you're making room for the higher versions of you to also come down and harmonize and meet. It's a constant now harmonization. And so as you're releasing things that are not serving you, things that are not, that are taking up space, if you will, vibrationally, physically, mentally, emotionally, or spiritually, letting go of old dogmas that no longer serve you. Letting go of routines that no longer serve you, that make you just feel like it's an obligation rather than a service to you and a nurturance to you. So allow yourself to keep this and put this at the top of your page of your journal, and allow yourself to understand that it's through the choosing of your heart, and we're going to talk about that right now. And that divine sacred heart, we call it the DSH, the divine sacred heart, is your crucible of your divine relationship with all things. Doesn't matter what side of the spectrum and what side of the pendulum that it is on, because your choosing of your divine relationship is knowing that you are whole with Mother and the Father. You are your own mother and father to yourself. And so in knowing of this, in preparing yourself for all your journaling, for all your healing, that you set the stage vibrationally first. I am my own mother, I am my own father, and all that I ever need to be nourished and valued and loved and respected and belonging and treasured and precious, and all of those things that we all choose to feel, because that's why we feel so separate and disoriented and feeling of lack and fear and all of the things that we feel on this side of the experience. We're coming from 3D, is because we've had so many eons of belief patterns and experiences in those experiences, all those vibrational stories that we stay stuck in. And nobody tells us that we don't have to really stay stuck there. We don't have to carry around these patterns that feel really heavy. We can choose to open up and say, okay, well, I've experienced that and it was really lovely. And so as we're looking at the whole of all that we are, and we're putting that down on our top of our journal, and we're putting down our summation. Our summation is, how do we feel that we've grown and we've gained and we've really taken it all in? It's like a beautiful salad, a beautiful experience of food that you've said, wow, that just taught me so much. I just gained so much from that. I was nourished by that experience. And that's how we're proposing that you look at anything that you're moving through as a healing. And I'm just saying that clearing. You'll feel the clearing coming up from your body and your vessel. And so in your first morning get together, you're just calling up any densities that do not serve, that are blockages, that are negative energies, negative thought forms, anything in the air that you want to call forward just to be released. I choose as the vessel of light that I am. I'm in alignment through my pillar of light and through breath. My alignment with source, my alignment with who I am as spirit, that my cells are listening, my body is listening, my chakras are listening, the epicenter of all that I am is listening, and I'm turned on and activated for my light and my heart, and my voice is the spirit of who I am, and I get to choose all that comes into my field, for I am magnificent and I love myself so. I choose to open up my heart and live as a vessel of love and light. I choose to ground with Gaia and my sacred trinity of my soul and all of my teams, and harmonizing as my higher self and the Divine Mother and the Divine Father. I allow myself as a sacred child to come forward and play, to be the adventure and the excitement of me, for there's nothing to fear. For I can transmute anything, and that is the benevolence and the mastery that Source Creator provided me and provides everybody. And I'm grounding because I want to be a part of the collective journey and the collective adventure to higher vibrational consciousness. I choose in this moment that through my own healing, I get to be a part of the collective healing, the collective consciousness. And I know that as I heal what's going on within me, that I'm also healing what's going on within the collective. And we raise our vibrations intentionally to walk within our heart space of oneness. And I choose within my sacred trinity to have it be a part of Gaia as well. So there is my soul's team and my infinite soul, the oversoul, the oversoul, the oversoul, the oversoul, the angelics and the ascended masters, all that I belong to on the omnipresent. There is the collective soul. Then there is the Gaia soul. Everything and all things that Gaia is and her consciousness is, I am now connected in the sacred trinity of who I am. Through breath and intention, I am one. And now I drop all of my consciousness. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. And you'll feel your teams start to come in. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. They want to be a part of your healing, and you're asking them for any harmonization, any smoothing out of the wrinkles, if you will, any releasing of densities as they're just bathing us with light and love and acceptance and belonging. Thank you, Spirit and angels. Thank you. Thank you, Gaia. I'm tuning in. Thank you, Gaia. I love you, Gaia. And then, so just think and ponder as you're calling your consciousness forward. I reclaim all my light. I reclaim all my energy. I reclaim all of my power within all of creation. Return to me now, for my consciousness belongs to me. My life force and my soul essence belongs to me. And I am in complete command of my consciousness. My commandment is my light. My commandment is my journey, my adventure, and my light, my energy, and my power of who I am is the creator with source, is the partnership with source. So our co-creator with source. You're never alone. You're always creating with source. And through breath, you're just calling all your consciousness to your divine sacred heart, the divine relationship with whatever's happening in your life, your unification within this heart space right in the middle of your body, your vessel, is where you emanate and radiate and illuminate creation. For it's from your heart that you are linked and you're threaded with the all. And so in this heart opening, our first experience will be to be in gratitude and reverence and humility, as Archangel Michael showed us yesterday in the video we posted on our Facebook, that all have been given to have an opportunity to take a knee. And that is representative of the humility and reverence that all source and God and creation, spirits of all energies of light programs offer you, is to be in open humility and reverence of all that is source. It doesn't mean that you have to give your power away to think that in the worshiping of any one thing is greater than you. No. It is saying that we are so very blessed to be open-hearted and be an open vessel of all that is source, to be the receivership of it in all moments, to be the receivership of a beautiful insect landing on you out of nowhere. That's what source wants to provide to you. And we open our hearts in gratitude, because the more that we are open and loving of all that source is, the more that we're able to see who we are, to know who we are, to feel who we are, to sense who we are, to explore who we are. It's an open vessel. You don't need to close yourself off. You're a master. Open yourself all the way up to receive all of source benevolent energies of blessings that source wants to provide you. Source wants you to be happy. Thank you, Spirit. 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 How many times can you say thank you and in adoration for all that Source offers you and provides you? Whether it's a parking space or whether it's a beautiful flower that just bloomed outside your door, which happened to me this morning. I took a picture of it. So beautiful. My favorite flowers are peonies. And there was a beautiful peony on the pathway. And there was a beautiful bumblebee on it. So I'm going to post that on Facebook too. It was so lovely. And so lovely. And I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Thank you, Spirit, for those little blessings that Spirit is always showing us, and how you can open up to it and be a part of your life summation. Because when you're open in the portal of love and gratitude and appreciation, you suddenly are downloaded all of the things that Source has provided you. And those are called downloads. When you just happen to be open and aware and awake to the energies that have been in your field, that are all within and all without, but you're giving yourself presence. I intend presence to have open communication and flow with Spirit, and just listen. I'm in the presence of gratitude, Spirit. Please show me and allow me to see and feel and sense the beautiful gifts and the blessings in my life. And they're just saying, well, you are healthy. Thank you, Spirit. And if you're something bothering you or a niggle comes forward, Spirit will say, go get this checked, or maybe try this herb. You're so beautiful. We love you. You're so healthy. Be open to how anything and everything can change in a moment. For you are an open vessel of Spirit. Can you let go of what was just a moment ago? Can you let go of what was yesterday? Can you let go of a routine? Can you let go of the to-do list or the goal list? Just let go, because it doesn't matter right now. Right now is here and now. Right now is the mastery of where you heal all things and you be all things. I'm so grateful for our imagination. I'm so grateful for our creativity, for it is within our sacred gathering that we get excited and we are empowered and inspired to create from our imaginations, to create from our higher intelligence, for that is how Spirit flows. And as Spirit of flowing, we get to heal everything. Spirit does not want to be confined. Spirit does not want to be trapped in a warped system of limiting beliefs or fearful beliefs. We are free and we are liberated. And every being on this planet has human rights to be held safely and securely, to have the freedom of expression of love and joy and benevolence to their greater good, to their greater spiritual path and exploration. For we are all beings of light. And we are allowing that through this vessel of expression and experience of Spirit, we are now seeing our new 5D reality. How does it look? How does it feel? What lessons are you bringing forward that you can say, wow, I experienced that in the social system yesterday, but my 5D earth can look like this, because we can infuse light and freedom and liberation to it, where there are no more double standards, where we are held to different standards than the political genres or the groupings that say they manage and lead us, but we can actually create something beautiful and free-flowing through which all red tape and bureaucracy is just kind of not needed. Remember, simplify. So they showed that to me in a private session this week with some very beautiful beings that I was channeling, and they were showing the direct route to Spirit and how to create social systems that had a direct route to Spirit. And we didn't need the middleman, if you will, that was 12 and 13 different spaces deep and wide, just to confuse the presence of products and services reaching the people for the greater good, which were then diluted because they had to go through so many streams of bureaucracy and red tape before it ever reached people. So now we're creating new systems where it's just a direct line to Spirit for greater healing, for greater sustenance, for greater maintenance, for greater belonging, because Gaia too, again, is the daughter of our galaxy, and she is now becoming a part of our galaxy. So she will be including in many different cosmic and galactic energies. So we're showing me micro, macro. This is her healing. Okay, so this is beautiful. Thank you, Gaia. So Gaia is with this healing session with us. So if you can believe, the galactic planets have got their journals out as a collective, and they're saying, what did we learn as a collective galactic experience and family? And they're doing their life summation for the week. What did we learn? What did we get? What did we gain from it? How can we be a greater collective family? Thank you, Spirit. This is so playful and wonderful. Thank you. And so in that, how can you take the celebrations from your previous week, your previous day, your previous hour? I woke up early so that I can get some time in prayer and meditation, and I took advantage of stopping to smell the flowers. And I told my daughter how beautiful she looked, and I was a part of her morning getting together and getting ready for her special last day. And we're just being so grateful that we become the empresses. And we stand in our power to be the emperor and to be the mother and the father within ourselves. And we share our hearts freely with great joy and great compassion. And just pay attention if there's anything niggling at you, and then the negative ego might come in and say, yes, but nobody told me they loved me. That's the woe is me. And that woe is me always comes in because you know you have inner child work that you need to heal. So call the inner child in the shadow forward. And it's okay to offer your love. It's okay to offer your love, but now it's time for me to give love to myself. And I'm just going to hug myself and hold myself because I do love myself so dearly. And although you might not have anyone in your life that's hugging you or caressing you or telling you how beautiful you are and loved you are and special you are, and you don't need it all the time. You don't need it constantly. You don't need your ego fed that constantly because you get that from yourself. Because you're saying, no, I know who I am. I'm loved and I'm honored. But why physical touch and physical affection is so very important. If it's done on a genuine and authentic vibrational experience where your hearts are opening and sharing freely, then you're sharing that genuine, transparent, compassionate experience, which is heart opening and expanding. And those are the foundations of all healthy relationships. To not hide and to not shriek away, not to close off from feeling the emotions you need to feel and want to feel. So that the inner child doesn't come back and 10 minutes later and say, but nobody said this to me and nobody said that to me. Nobody showed me that they loved me today. So give yourself love. Take a breath. I'm so grateful to be who I am, and all of spirit and all of creation are just bathing light onto me. So just feel into the fields that can bathe light and feel light, so that you understand that you're returning that flow of entrainment instead of the 3D vibrational entrainment to seek outside of yourself for very limited time receiver. So you're looking outside of yourself to receive what you think you need, whether it's a cookie or a glass of wine or anything outside of you to feel what's going on inside of you. That's very short-lived, and why there's the experiences of addictions, because there's just the entrainment that's going outside instead of inside. So we're now shifting it back. We're calling that thread, calling that consciousness belief, that pattern, and we're saying, I'm going to retrain this pattern. Anytime that I choose to look outside of myself for love and gratefulness and gratitude of who I am as a being of light, a special child, a sacred child, I'm going to call that thread back within myself and just feel the teams pulling that thread right through your pillar of light and down back into your heart. You don't need to reach out for anything. You're calling it back into you, back into your heart. I love who I am, and I choose to create a new higher vibrational pattern of entrainment through which I receive from myself and I breathe. I love who I am and I honor who I am. I'm so valued, and I get to choose for myself what and how I feel. I get to choose for myself that my world is based and my universe is based upon my inner reflection and my vibration, and my vibration is so important. My vibration is so key to how I manifest, and I get to choose how I feel. I don't have to internalize what others say or don't say. I don't have to internalize anything because I absolutely know that I'm valued because it comes from me. I am important and I am valued and I am treasured, and I just love myself so much. And in this love of appreciation and gratitude, we said earlier, you're opening the portal to your unique gifts and love. And in this portal of free flowing light and spirit and love and energy of gratitude, you now become aware of the opening energies that are in your field that have always been there, the downloads of ideas that spirit sends you, your higher self. And they're sending you inspirations and experiences for you to tap into and to go seek and to go look and to go investigate, to research, to try, to just jump in on adventure. Because the path of spirit is synchronicity fed by intuition, inspiration. So if you're open to your intuition and your inspiration, you absolutely know that that's the path of spirit. The spirit feeds you and offers you and gifts you and blesses you these beautiful inspirations. And so journal it. That's part of your summation. I had a great week, and I took this inspiration that I woke up with, and I had this inspiration in my dream, and I just saw this number or a vision, and I wrote it down. And I was so great that I took a part of that, and I was saying, yes, thank you, Spirit. It's like taking the beautiful grapes that Spirit offers you in all moments and says, here, I'm here to nourish you. This is your next little gift on your next little path of adventure. And there will always be something offered. That's the infinite stairway of the many heavens. You'll always be offered the next step. You won't know ahead of time, so you're going to have to surrender. Release all limiting patterns and programs that said you had to know or work it all out. Or that your ego said you weren't filled with enough abundance of something, that you had to do something in a different way. You're always abundant. You'll always be provided for. You'll always receive exactly what you need. You're absolutely filled in all ways. You are never lacking. You are never lacking. That is the belief that says you are not enough. And so we are re-entraining it to a higher vibrational full acceptance. I accept all that I am. I am absolutely enough. I am the love of me. I have many gifts. I am so creative. I love who I am. I am honored in who I am. I belong to this collective family of ascension. I belong to the collective family. Beautiful. Thank you, Spirit and Gaia. I'm so very grateful to be a part of this beautiful story. And we are held within the cradle of spirit of all things. And just keep that portal of appreciation and gratitude open. And just allow yourself to create that free-flowing clearing and cleansing. This is your womb creation. And you're bathing it, and you're bathing it, and bathing it. And by the way, these are all unique healing techniques that we use in all of our classes and our private sessions that I've been shown from my shamans and my many masters on the various healing techniques that we've created over the years to just clear the spaces of the bodies in the multidimensional fields, and just using it as a beautiful healing tool and technique. Calling in greater light, because I get to choose. You're a commander. And so one thing might be present right now in your field that it wants to be acknowledged and it wants to be great, held in gratitude for. And so let's just write down, what is that niggle? What is that energy? What is that feeling or sensation or emotion that's in your field? Usually just one or two words your teams will place there. And so the two words that came up for me were importance and joy. And immediately, we're giving you examples of how we do our journaling and our healing, and just getting in touch with our emotions, giving yourself permission to feel these emotions and work through them. And sometimes these emotions will be very, very heavy because you'll need to cry it out, and you'll need to release all those dense energies that are sitting in the cells and in the organs. And so have yourself be familiar with that. And it's usually just 2 minutes of deep breathing and giving yourself permission to feel those deep emotions, whether it's anger, aggression, whatever those emotions are, abandonment, betrayal, whatever those emotions are, let yourself feel it. And then get out your journal and journal it, because that's where the mastery occurs. We are soaking it for all it's worth on all angles. So the 2 words that came up to me, and write down your words in our comment box below on this beautiful morning healing session and our sacred communion. 2 words that came up to me were importance and joy. And as I'm just sitting in just presence, in gratitude of these 2 experiences that Spirit is showing me as important themes for my soul's growth this week and today, is that valuing my own importance, that it only comes from within, that you don't need validation and anywhere outside of you. And why sometimes when we look back, as we're pondering on this word importance, and the ways that we seek our inner validation through anything that we research online, if we're looking into something, we're looking into it for a reason. And we seek something for a reason, but we really have the importance within us. We really have that answer within us. And so we just tend to, with that one word, we're now being shown a whole array of vibrational experiences and activities that we did, that we acted upon, that we behaved within, that said, well, I didn't have enough importance in me because this is how I reacted in that way. So I'm going to forgive myself for reacting that way, because I could have showed myself greater importance, and I could have showed them greater importance. And so you see how that these words can flow into the infinite array of the gray that is so very valuable, and you become your best beautiful healer. And you get to see the psychosis of it all. You get to see the psyche of it all, on all realms, all dimensions, and all experiences. And you get to feel that inner child come forward and say, well, I wasn't told that I was important when I really expressed my beautiful gifts, but I can give it to myself now, because I just found a beautiful gift that Spirit allowed me to move into and feel into. And I have a beautiful gift of singing and healing. And those sounds I can see now, because I've activated new gifts of my psychic template, that I actually, when I create sounds, I'm releasing the densities that are held within the chakras and the fields and the magnetics. And I can see how it affects their, body chemistry, because I have that gift of inner seeing. Thank you, Spirit. And I just know, because my body is connected with their field, the sacred Trinity. And that's really important. That sacred Trinity is really important. And then you can just feed yourself into the more importance. You see how you're feeding yourself into a higher entrainment of importance, or whatever your emotion or your feeling or your word was, to allow you that thread, the infinite thread that takes you anywhere. That importance thread takes you in any infinite number of directions. So we're seeing how valuable journaling is, and how you see yourself being the processor and the master of your navigational platform. And then take it to the creative experience. So as you're processing all of the emotions that you've come from that of importance and what that meant for you, how it was devalued, how you were devalued, how you were not held importance, and really process it. Give yourself room to process it. I'm processing this energy of importance that was not shown or told or taught, but now I get to do it. I get to choose now to be important on all levels, physically, mentally, emotionally, energetically. And now I absolutely feel important because I'm entraining myself to, yes, I am very important. And I get to see this, this, and this. And I want to show others this, this, and this. And thank you, Gaia. Gaia is saying that she's important for us as well. Because remember, she's in that sacred trinity. And the other word that I came up with was joy. Because when we're allowing ourselves to feel the energy of joy, our energy of importance, we have more joy and more importance because we're seeking it. We seek it within ourselves. We're knowing that it's there. I get it. Yes, that's joy. That's what joy really means to me. And how did we, in our summation, did I feel joy last week? Did I feel joy yesterday? Was I in joy when my friend came by? Did I express joy? Did I express the importance of them being joyful in my life? That's how the spirit lives. The spirit lives to commune and connect in very valuable and loving ways. And it's really important. It's important to share yourself, express yourself, and love yourself in all ways. And that's the vibration of eternal evolution for you. You are eternally evolving as the soul to honor yourself in the good moments and in the moments that you're feeling lacking and fearing, and just sort it out. Like, okay, now I know I'm not lacking. Holy cow, that one word importance, it fanned me out in million different threads that now I can play within. And that's how spirit shows you that you're a multidimensional vibrational being. That one word allows you that imaginative and creative experience and exploration that all children need. Give them one or two words and have them explore, have them express who they are, have them experience who they are in just one word. We used to do that when I was younger. I had an acting company, and I was teaching children how to explore and create through of course, their imagination and their ability to play and act and pretend themselves into these new experiences. And that's how you hire and train. Instead of taking the entrainment and the patterns of old, which just continue to cycle you in old perspectives. And the only thing that's keeping you there is you. Because you can choose to entrain yourself up to something higher. Thank you, Spirit. And then you can take your summation on the energies that are coming forward in your healing, and you can be your own master. And you can allow yourself to integrate and process and to assimilate these new experiences. And how can I now become important into this new experience of who I am at a fifth dimensional frequency? And then you start vibrating yourself into an experience of entrainment that is fifth dimensional. Well, I absolutely know that I can talk myself, navigate myself, empower myself, and inspire myself into an experience where I'm entraining myself to become higher. And I absolutely talk out loud when I'm doing this because my cells are listening, and I get to say, and of course, all of my team, I know that my teams and my ancestors are always with me anyway, so I'm never ever alone. You know, sometimes my kids will come in there and say, Mom, who are you talking to? I've got a room full of energies here and ancestors and angels here, baby. Mama know what Mama doing. Mama know what Mama doing, know who I'm talking to. A couple of years, you'll see it. Spirits with you, baby. And so all the spirits here. Oh, hi, children. Thank you, children. Hi. Children just came in. Hello, beautiful children. Hello. Thank you, children. Thank you. Thank you, spirits. Thank you. Oh, thank you. They're coming to sit with me, Mommy. Thank you, sweethearts. I am a surrogate mother to many of the children in the galaxy through many hybrid programs. So they're always with me. As soon as I say children, they're there. Thank you, sweethearts. My little loves. Mama loves you. And so allow them to play and allow them to explore and expand. And that's your summation. How can you explore and expand within your importance? How can you explore and expand within your joy? And how can you create that fifth dimensional platform? Always keep focusing yourself there. Keep intending yourself there. Keep aligning yourself in the direction of there. And that's not always the doing. That means I'm just going to gently focus my intention on being important for me, having joy for me, having absolute love for me. And you don't get it from anybody outside of you. You can't take it from anybody outside of you. You wouldn't want to. Your internal authenticity, your internal transparency is because you've worked through it. You've worked through it. You're a master. You don't need to take it from outside of you. And that's releasing all of the egocentric eons of doing that we've come from. where it's always a win-lose, and it's always get, because you don't feel like you have enough, and there's always those fear and lack programs. No, you do the work and you just be it, because you know how to do it. You know how to navigate anything Source puts in front of you. And so Source was showing me this morning that when Source offers you an experience, your linear mind might go back to the old entrainment of saying, how does this fit? And your mind wants to figure out what it is. Are you important to receive it? Did you mean to receive it? Are you worthy of receiving it? And your mind goes back to all those things. Why are you giving things? Because in our 3,000 years of experience, we've been shown that, well, no, you have to do something. You have to achieve something to get something. And that's the egocentric, all egocentric roles of, you know, conquer and divide. And all of those experiences that we're coming from are no longer valid. They're not there. If you're there, it's because that vibration is still in your field. For you to own and accept and say, I accept this vibration, but now I'm going to offer it to be transmuted because I really live in the all is the all. It's all abundant. Everybody's always abundant. The more I live within this abundance of who I am, the joy of who I am, the importance of who I am, I attract all of that. And that's just how the universe works. That will show you. And so allowing yourself to know that the Source will provide you an infinite number of ways and pathways and avenues so that you're expressing yourself and allowing Spirit to say, more importantly, it is our path of the blessed that we want to allow you to experience, that you're always worthy to receive our infinite blessings. You're always worthy to be blissful. You're always worthy to be joyful. And in and of this, dear lighted ones, because it's the same, you're important. If Source places something before you, which Source doesn't have to, but Source just does because Source is the all. Source is never separate from anything or anyone. So if Source is within and all things, it is the omnipresent that you pulsate into. That pulsation of Source, I desire, and I'm really excited. I'm placing my heart in an open space to receive a beautiful cosmic friend. One that will allow me to amplify who I am and to explore who I am and empower who I am at different levels. And this person is able to go with me to the depths and rise up again to great heights. I'm looking for people that will align with me in this way because I really want to create sacred community and sacred light ambassadorialship. And that's my excitement. That's where I want to head. That's my joy of who I am, the passion of who I am. And that in and of itself is creating a template of 5D. It's all internal. It's all genuine. It's all passionate. It's all imaginative. It's all creative. You absolutely know that you are in alignment with your highest and your best. And then Spirit is showing me, and then you're absolutely creating this fifth dimensional experience where that you're just beyond the veil and you say, wow, that door I just walked through was totally different than the door a moment ago. Because now I'm in this energy of expectation because I am important. Source is showing me by what I'm receiving that I'm important. Source is showing me that I can be so joyful in the receiving because I'm meant to be. I'm meant to be fully aligned with the importance and the value of who I am. And I'm so joyful. And I am so grateful to be joyful. To see how it is just an ever eternal spiral of infinite exuberation of vibrational navigation. And you'll have those moments where you go back because you're dealing with everybody at different vibrations and different levels. That's okay. But you're a master. You can return to center. I choose to be loving and joyful because I am a master. I know how to set my boundaries. I know how to set my boundaries now. You know, all of those experiences of getting hurt and all of those things that occurred were required for me to set really strong boundaries because my space is really sacred. My heart is really, really sacred. And I'm not just going to offer it and be, I'm not just going to be, offering it to every single person that comes into my space. I will offer the love of my heart, but to have that intimate access to my heart and to my emotions is a very intimate and special and important thing to me. And that's just for me personally. It's my personal exploration because I know who I am. Know of thyself. Know of thyself and have standards and values and truths that are right for you and allow everybody to have their truth. And then when your truths are vibrating at a similar experience, then those are the vibrations that you connect with in that vibrational realm and reality you're creating. So that's why that daily healing is so important. To suss out who you are. Know of thyself. Know thyself. Because when you know thyself, your truth is your truth and you vibrate that. Your vibration of your truth is known. And it is felt and it is seen in your work and all that you pour yourself into. That's why people will find you. Because they absolutely resonate with your truth. You know who you are. I've sussed it out. I've sussed it out. I know who I am. I know who I am. And this is my now path because I've learned from all of these vibrational stories and all of these lessons, and I'm absolutely ready to let it all go and close the door on them. Close the door, close the door, close the door. See yourself and Lord Michael closing the door and cutting all the cords. And you return to now and you say, this is my new reality and my space is sacred. My space, me, I am sacred. And I get to choose who I offer into this intimate space because it's important to me. I'm important and I'm valued. And every cell in my body is valued. I love who I am. I am important. Every cell is important. And I want to bring light into every cell. I am in alignment with the Holy Mother and the Holy Father and who I am as spirit. And I know that my cells are being amplified in light because I love who I am. And I'm really important. My health is important. I choose to intend the importance of my wellness and my well-being. I'm so grateful. I'm really grateful. And I send love and light to everybody that's moving through their seeking and finding of their own inner wellness, their own inner balance. And I send prayers and love to our world for love and joy and for the inspiration to let go of what's no longer required and to return to simplicity and truth and value of love. And I send the love and the prayers to all because I'm so grateful to be a part of the collective and my family and community healing, because Spirit will always show me a way how to navigate everything. I trust Spirit. I trust Spirit in all things. Spirit has always cared for me and loved me. Thank you, Spirit, and all my celestial team. And all of the gifts that come forward are so joyful to be expressed and experienced, and it makes me who I am. And there will always be more gifts offered. So they're showing me a field of mediumship that will be opening for many. It's a various field of energy that we're connecting into, of mediumship, of various lifetime energies and experiences upon earth. In spirit form, and it's a way of communicating with those that have had similar experiences. Remember, it's always threaded to the here and now, that you're just opening up to this field of energy that's always been there. Thank you, Spirit. And that field of mediumship and that energy of mediumship is the connection of the experiences upon earth and the various bodies and the earthly bodies that have occurred on earth. And you're always, again, tapping into why and how it's needed in this now moment. It's always just it's a flow of love. It's a portal of love, and we're gratitude and thankful. So when you're always living from that space of reverence and humility, remember, always remind yourself and be inspired to take a knee upon Spirit. Taking a knee is just the infinite value and blessings that Spirit offers you so that you can experience more of you. And that's the importance of you. You want to feel important, then feel the humility and the reverence of who you are. You want others to be humble and reverent to you. Be humble and reverent to you. And Spirit is just in awe of you. Spirit holds you in such a beautiful, sacred cradle. So are you being humble and reverent? For you, do you hold yourself in a sacred cradle? Do you honor and soothe yourself? Are you holding yourself high? Do you hold yourself with great joy and importance? Do you hold yourself in the knowing that you can soothe yourself into a better feeling vibration, better feeling reality? What does your reality look like? How can you create your 50 reality of beauty and importance and joy? Can you show others the importance of who they are? Because you're radiating and illuminating the importance of who you are. Are you aligned with your purity of who you are? Within the center of who you are, I am so joyful and I am so important. I'm so valued. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. I am in alignment with all things. And as I move in fluidic flow of the beautiful day that is before me, I am open and receiving of all of your gifts. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Abundance beyond all knowing. Thank you, Spirit. For we are blessing you in all ways, the infinite fields of light that speak and live through you. For we are here, always here. Hi shishi ayataka ayatatake shishi alalakataka. Hey sisi ayanamakatake shi ayananakatake. So the forests, the fungi are asking me to do some singing and toning. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Gaia. Hi shishi ayanamakataka.
You are joyful, you are joy. Holy, holy peace and light, you are joy. You are joy. You see, I'm not getting
Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Krisha. I'm so excited. Thank you. I'm so grateful. So what they were showing me there is, I remember I was saying earlier about this week has been like a teleshift of energies between dimensions. And so if we think that this is this now moment when you're totally present and in appreciation and just expressing and exploring who you are purely and genuinely as you, there's all of these energies that are about our frequencies and adding heightened source creator energy. This is all done at a higher and elegant experience. And I don't have words to explain what this is happening. It is source creator, the pulling and the threads of source creator to shift and to harmonize vibration so that all things are in perfect always alignment of vibration. And so as we are honoring and expressing and playing as the sacred adventure of who we are in a higher vibrational frequency, if you will, our spirit and our soul are already in aspects of our fifth dimensional matter, earth, if you will. And this now moment is just the bodies and the physicalness, just tying up the loose ends and releasing all those attitudes and belief patterns that just kept us in those routines that say we're not there yet, but we are. On many different levels, there's many different stories and reason why I'm telling you this, because there's more stories involved in what we're saying than just the words I'm speaking. So Spirit adds these beautiful threads of energy that start pulling as Source is, as Source does. Source is the divine mind, knows the plans of all that is. As you're creating within the authenticity of who you are, your sacred gifts. Your sacred gifts is your sacred vibration that Source then pulls you into exactly where you need to be on your timeline, your shift, your teleshift of vibrational energy that you get placed within. Because Source knows it's all about your vibration. You cannot be placed there if you are not expressing your authentic, genuine experience. It would just be another experience of somebody else's expression. So if you want to be exactly where you're meant to be, it's your authentic expression of who you are. Then Source does all Source does and all Source needs to do. That is the contract, that is the promise that you made with your soul, your higher self, to say that when I awaken, I will absolutely start playing and creating and expressing my gifts of me. Because I absolutely know that Source has all of these beautiful threads of preparement, has threads of potentiality, has threads of, I absolutely know what's in your highest and your best. You just got to surrender. I surrender all spirit. For the ego and the lower mind has no idea where I'm meant to be and how I'm meant to be doing it and creating it with spirit. I just trust spirit, just open and create. So thank you, Spirit, for allowing us to go on those higher vibrational. And that is the summation of who we are in this beautiful experience. We're so grateful for you to come and join our sacred communions. And for anybody that would like some private sessions with me, private vocational coaching sessions with me, there's sessions of packages of 4 or individual sessions of 1. Also, we have healing glyphs, which I'm totally booked up on the next 10 days. I'm not taking any more glyphs. Or if you want to send in a glyph, a healing glyph activation, you can do so, and it will just be a 2-week time period before I get it back to you. And I'm also now offering a beautiful new service because I've just been made aware of awakening to many of my gifts of, and we've got our webpage just about ready, so we're really excited to offer that to you. Probably in the next couple of days, we'll have it live. And our beautiful new offering that will be in alignment and the same pricing as our individual private sessions that are 90 minutes long, and they come with a video. as well as our package of 4. And these will be the hydromancy semantic healing sessions. And so there'll be a session of 4, and they will be timed and booked around new moons and full moons to take advantage of the amplification of the energies. For those of you that are really excited to begin to awaken deeper and higher and wider aspects of who you are as a multidimensional epicenter of light. And we do that through the Christic water body, using water and sound and color visualizations and meditations. And so I'm really excited to bring some of my ancient wisdoms and skills as a hydromancy healer and a Christic vibrational healer. And of course, the Octrians, thank you, the Octrians are also with us, and they're helping me and guiding me on the opening of my gifts in this experience. So I'm really excited. And so we'll be having a beautiful offering of that on our website in a couple of days. But you can book it through me now, just by going to the link below. And it's the same price as our intuitive healings, same price as our packaged vocational intuitive sessions. And we will be booking it on the new moons and full moons. And I do this because you'll know by the explanation that the teams are giving me as I was channeling how to bring this to an offering and what it would include. For those of you that are really keen on energy and exploring yourself as energy and taking yourself to that next level, because you want to be able to, again, just like our journaling, you want to be able to see yourself taking yourself through the process of evolution and how you evolve within you as the Christic being that you are, using the beautiful special, the vibrational fields and magnetics with the moon and our planet, and using the consciousness omnipresent fields and all that we are. So we're really, really excited to offer that to you. And it is a powerful experience using the ceremonies. And so it will be a hydromancy ceremony. And you can book it in the sessions of 4 if you have deeper healing and traumas that you'd like to heal, or just fun in exploring your manifestations, your gifts, and your skills by using hydromancy ceremonies. And then there's also just the 1 session. And so just feel that out on what feels exciting for you. But it is really, really powerful. Our bodies and our planet and all that we are, and the special uniqueness of all that we are as Christic energy is beautiful and fluid right through the divine. So grateful. The water body. So our Christ consciousness flows within the water body. Our chakras, our DNA, and all that we are within the crystalline grids. All that we are is this beautiful experience of who we are as crystalline. And so we're really excited to start offering these brand new 5D Earth healing modalities for you. And it is a healing, it's an activation, it is also a manifestation ceremony. So it is whatever your intention is to come forward and to play with the beautiful sacred Christic water. So we're so grateful. Thank you, Spirit, and the holy creators and the mothers and the sisters that are reminding me of my many gifts that I can now offer here on earth. So I'm so grateful. Crystalline energy, thank you. So grateful. So we thank you so much, dear lighted ones. Any donations and any communions you'd like to get back to us, we'd love to hear from you. And put down your journal notes down below if you like, and just create that beautiful sacred community. I love your comments and I read them all. Thank you so much for your beautiful sharing and our sacred intentions of meeting and gathering every day to create our new earth. We're so excited that you're with us, and we love you so very much. And we wanted to pull one very sacred card today for you today before we get going. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. We're so happy that you're with us. Thank you. We wanted to do a sacred destiny. Dun, dun, dun. Sacred destiny. So remember, dear lighted ones, children of earth, beautiful masters of earth, beautiful healers and leaders of earth, nourish your body. Walk with purpose and intention. As you're walking on the earth, know that she hears you and she loves you. Press your foot upon her in gentleness and dance and joy and sacredness. And that is the exploration that Source desires to ache and to feel with you. It's just the adoration and the beautiful love and importance of you as you enjoying you. Enjoy yourself today. Love yourself today. Soothe yourself today. Nourish yourself today in all the ways that you can. Because you're so very valued and you're loved and you're cherished as the genuine, authentic being that you are. We're just here to remind you of that. Thank you, Spirit. We're so very grateful for each and every one of you. I love all of you. I'm seeing so many of you tell me that those of you that come to our classes on a regular basis, because you're reaching out to me right now in the etheric realm and saying thank you, and you're very welcome. I love that you're part of my life. And you know who you are because you bring me such delight. Thank you, Spirit. I love all of my soul tribe, and we're always allowing each other to fly and soar higher and higher. And what is your sacred delight today? What can you Find within your beautiful heart space of who you are, Spirit, and just enjoy the elementals and the nature animals and the beautiful sounds that realign us to nature and the song that nature creates for us. Because it provides us great illumination. It allows us to see through the processing, through the integration, through the summation, celebrating who we are and all that we've been, what we've come from, how easy it is to let go and surrender and forgive, how easy it is just to fall in love with ourselves once again and let go of all the drama. The drama is not needed. Simplify, just be love. Illuminate your life through love. And one more. Thank you, Spirit. Oh, one of my favorite cards, going forward. Just go forward and be simple. Align in love. You're so very loved, and it's all very important. It's all very joyful. We love you so much, dear loved ones. Rainbow Tickle. Bye. How can you create and visualize and imagine your 5D Earth through the sacredness of who you are as a creator spirit? And we love all of you and call Spirit forward to live through you. And be benevolent and reverent and humble within Spirit always, for Spirit will always bless you and grace you in kind. Thank you, dear loved ones. Bye.